there's a huge advantage with all of the ills associated with social media and associated with technology. There's a huge advantage that this generation has people just starting out in their career with regard to access. Um, you can be watching something on YouTube or you can be listening to something like this. Um, and you can find people fairly easily, right? Like you can reach out on LinkedIn. You know, I think a lot of times people are fearful or embarrassed to reach out and say, wow, I was really impressed by XYZ, or I saw you speak at this conference, or, you were my teacher at NYU or on the academy, and I wanted to follow up. People are shy or they feel like it's an imposition. But I think that for me personally, I always feel good when people reach out to me. If I can do something like this, or if I can teach a class and there's something that I say that resonates with even one person, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I have a reason to exist, a purpose, and I like it when people reach out and offer that feedback or seek additional guidance or ask for clarification. Look, we all live in a time strapped world and you can't necessarily be on call for everybody all the time. But I think if somebody interests you or if you find something that is valuable or somebody says something that's valuable, you should reach out. You should take the initiative rather than sitting back and waiting for opportunities to come or connections to come to you. Yeah, and sure, you may make 10 inquiries and get rejected by 8 of the 10 or 9 of the 10. But even if you get the one response, you've gotten something and
Yeah.
you've made progress. So it's not a waste of time. I think it's very worthwhile. And you'd be shocked at how many people really are willing to help. Sometimes I think it's also important to think about what your ask is. So, for example, like what if you reach out to somebody, what are you hoping to achieve? Do you just want to stay in touch? Do you have specific questions? Do you want to meet once a month? Do you want to, you have to kind of have an idea in your head as to what it is that you think you're seeking
Yeah.
from that person, particularly in the beginning stages when you don't necessarily know each other. Sometimes people are unresponsive because they're not really sure what it is that the person inquiring wants or is looking for or what they can benefit from. So sometimes you have to assume the responsibility for figuring out what it is you're hoping to achieve when you make that connection. Sometimes we err on the side of caution because we're somewhat self-protective. So it's helpful. The more information somebody can provide, I think the more likely it is that an inquiry from, somebody who's like a stranger or a not known entity will be, you know, will get a response.